Hello and welcome to another lifestyle barbecue video. Today we're doing another fish recipe. This recipe is very simple. It's going to show how beautifully the barbecue cooks using a lovely piece of tuna steak. Now, tuna is one of those fish that people say they want well done. If you like your tuna well done and grey and cooked through, that's not how I'm cooking it today. So if that is the way that you prefer to eat it, just increase the cooking time. The tuna's been marinating in the fridge. You can marinate it overnight or an hour is fine. Make sure in this case, because it's a simple dish and tuna hasn't got a strong taste like a salmon or a barramundi, so make sure you use a bit of rock salt and pepper and season the fish well before you put it on the barbecue. I'm just going to put a little bit of extra chili oil mixed with a little bit of olive oil, making an emulsion, and I've added a little bit of soy sauce because salt goes beautifully with tuna because it is a fish that doesn't have a strong fish flavour. Now, our lifestyle barbecue is preset to 200 degrees Celsius. You can check our temperature gauge at the front. It's one of the features of a lifestyle barbecue is you can adjust your heat and see very easily what heat your barbecue is operating at without having to put thermometers in, and it's not cumbersome. The other lovely feature is you can look through this glass panel and see your food as it's cooking, particularly if you're using a cooking method with the dome shut. But today we're going to use it open. So we're going to use a very hot grill plate. We should only need a minute each side for this tuna. So we're going to place it on a very hot grill. The tuna will cook this side for about a minute. We want to make sure we get those lovely crisscross marks on the tuna because with this presentation we're going to keep it quite simple. So you can see the tuna is just taking up the heat, changing to that grey colour that I mentioned previously. So the tuna will cook right through at that colour if we let it. But then the tuna becomes very dry. It's a fish that hasn't got much moisture in it, so it needs to be cooked very quickly and just slightly pink in the centre. Now at 40 seconds, I'm checking the fish. It's lifting beautifully from the plate. And you can see we've got those, we don't want to burn the fish. And the fish is coming up here nicely and it's adequately cooked. So a minute will be just perfect. I'm going to then rebaste the fish in the chili oil. And this is another great feature of a lifestyle barbecue. It's this lovely serving plate on the side built into the unit. So it's about a minute now. And we're going to use our spatula too. I think we might just use the tongs. Here we go, and flip. Now the tuna is a very firm fish, so you're going to find that it will lift a lot easier than, say, a salmon. So it works beautifully on the grill for that reason. It's not going to fall apart. Its fat content is less, so therefore it's a firm fish. You can see how we've got those lovely grill marks on the fish. And this is where this tuna steak works perfectly on this grill plate on your lifestyle barbecue. I'm just going to give this a quick little baste just to add a little bit of flavour. It's only been turned over for 30 seconds, but for me, this is perfect. So we're going to take it off the barbecue. So you can see it's got the lovely crisscross marks on the other side. And there we have our perfectly char-grilled tuna steaks. Tuna is like the steak of the sea because we let it rest like a piece of steak. And when we let it rest, this is the ideal way to eat tuna. And I'm telling you now that as we slice it, it slices like a fillet steak and it almost eats like a fillet steak. So perhaps if you're having a guest over that doesn't eat meat, a tuna steak would be the perfect alternative so they can sit around and feel a big part of the barbecue. All right, here we have our lovely tuna steak seared on the lifestyle barbecue two ways. So what we've done is we've sliced this one on this side and this is the steak. Now it serves beautifully with something salty and creamy like a simple mayonnaise, so you can make it yourself, or just buy a good quality store-bought mayonnaise like I did today. Squeeze some wasabi to taste. Wasabi is that Japanese green stuff that's made on horseradish, so it's got a lovely bite to it, which works really beautifully with the tuna steak, as it also does with a piece of fillet or a T-bone. So we'll just pop that there. There you have it, grilled tuna steak on our lifestyle barbecue.